everyone, welcome back. It's Nikki from Prim and Planning, and today I wanted to do a flip through of my October daily 2025. So I will link below last year's flip through of my October daily for 2024. I used the same Simple Daisy notebook from Cocoa Daisy as I did this year from their October collection, and so I'll link that below. But let's get into this October daily. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the Simple Daisy notebook, the Traveler's Notebook from Cocoa Daisy. You can get this notebook as a subscription on its own, and you can also add it on as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit or the planner kit. So it is the 4x8 size, and it has, you know, the little logo on the back here, and every month they have their notebooks to match the theme of the month, and October's collection was quite amazing. They usually are. Last year's was quite similar, as you can see here with the similar tones, but I really love that because I don't know, but I have 4 kids at home, so like we do Halloween-y stuff, but a lot of our month is, you know, has to do with fall. Since we live in Ontario, Canada, we do, you know, have the seasons and the falling leaves. So I love that the collection is fall themed, and then you can add in the Halloween-y items. Anyways, let's get into it. So I used some of the PET stickers and some rub-ons, a stamp, and stickers all on the front cover here. And then this is the inside, and it is very full, as you can see here, and just like last year's, but it's definitely staying together perfectly. Okay, so for this year, I wanted to go ahead, and so I created these numbers that I used throughout 1 to 31. I just designed them on Illustrator. I'm a graphic designer, and then I sent it to my Cricut and had them all printed out. I added this bouquet as well, but other than that, those are the only things that I created myself. So on the first page, I wanted to document my reason why. So I said, hello October, so very excited to document this month to make sure we remember the big and small baby moments of fall. I was due with my 4th in October, so you'll see that coming up as well. I also wanted to mention that there are going to be some of the sticky notes here. This was from the Cocoa Daisy Halloween collection. I just to protect privacy of some photos and some, you know, of the documentation. But here we are at a fall fair, and so these little labels here were in the kit, and I backed them with the papers from the October kit as well. And so it's just a little beginner, you know, page. This pocket was in the October scrapbooking kit as well. And then the ghosts and Halloween-y bits are from the Halloween kit. I hope that makes sense. Just let me know if you have any questions below. So last year I added a giant bucket list, and this year I wanted to be more realistic. I was having a baby and 9 months pregnant, so let's be honest, I wasn't going to do a lot. So other than carving pumpkins, we did finish 4 out of 5 of my bucket list items, so I feel like that is a success. And these two, this was not in the kit, but from a past kit, and then these were in the Halloween kit, these puffy alphas. So super cute. Okay, so for story number 2, I just did a little drop down here, which I thought was so cute, and I stamped out the title. It was Orange Shirt Day. I should actually have stamped the actual date. So for my October dailies and December dailies, I try to do as many stories as I want. So 31 in October and 25 in December, but I don't actually, this didn't happen on the 3rd. This didn't actually happen on the 2nd. I just want to have that many stories so that it's kind of easier to go with the flow and make, you know, anyway, fill up the book. So anyways, I made this little flip up so that, you know, their colors were a little bit better matched. And then I just wrote about Orange Shirt Day and what it means, and that we bought Tim Hortons donuts to support the cause. The third story was about my neighbor and one of my best friends here who had a book exchange. So we all went over to her house to celebrate. It was like you bring a basket of goodies that relates to the book that you're bringing, and then we all exchanged the book. So this is a tag from a while ago. This is a Cocoa Daisy tag. I just hadn't used it, but how cute is that? I just added a sticker, and then I printed on clear sticker paper. But look, I learned my lesson. So on all of them, all this is from my fingers, and they weren't dirty, but it happened throughout. So I'm not sure how to avoid that. I guess using tweezers, but it definitely marked it up. And anyways, the story about that night is on this tag. And then I used the pocket from the planner kit. Oh, that's so cute. So for this month, I had gotten a few extra kits. The planner kit, the scrapbooking kit. Yeah, I just really loved this collection. Story number 4 was a photo we took when we were at the pumpkin patch. And I just have some journaling here, just back here, that has, you know, the location, and that I was really happy we took this photo because I was exhausted and I didn't want to go. Obviously, I was very pregnant and my husband had to work that day, but I'm so glad we went because look at this adorable picture. Like, I'm just, you can't be unhappy when things work out like that. So anyways, this story number 5 was at the same farm, and it was for a cheerleading team bonding event. So again, really happy we went. The kids had so much fun, and you know, we got photos to document it. Here is story number 6, and I really loved this quote. I did not want to cover it up. So this is the only page, I think that's a 2-page story. And we finally had a beautifully dreary day. And I say that because it was the hottest summer ever. I was so pregnant and gropey for so long. So this foggy, dreary, rainy day was such it just brought me so much joy. So I did a little bit of journaling there and a chipboard and called that page complete. I also added a rub-on right here, which I loved. Pumpkin spice latte. I feel like this is such a I don't know if I will keep adding this story in every year to my October daily, because I feel like it's like you have to have a story about pumpkin spice lattes. But I wrote a little note here on these tags about how much I actually do not like pumpkin spice lattes. They look beautiful. They get so much hype, and no. So I was honest about my little tag here, and I added some stamping with the pumpkin. But yeah, I will drink a different kind of Frappuccino any day from Starbucks because I am just not a fan. I don't think I really like any sweet coffee drink. I'm more of a black coffee drinker, so it's just rough. Here, the 8th story is when my girls were doing the Terry Fox run. So I just, I got a couple of pictures sent to me from my girlfriend who was at the park where they were running, and Let's Go Ghouls is actually from Paige Evans' Halloween kit from last year, which I thought was super clever, and I love this page. Here is story 9, and this story is about pulling out the decorations. So I did some stamping here and rub-ons, as well as some added some text there. So this is just, I learned this actually from Sabrina, and she just opens up her bins and takes top-down photos of how her decor is in her bins, and I really love that. So I tried to do the same, take that same photo, and I really love how it came together. And so throughout, I'm just adding bits and pieces from Cocoa Daisy's Halloween collection, but I'm also trying to find anything I can to add even more. So this tag here is from Paige Evans' collection last year, and unfortunately I did add words and text, but It was, I should have added, you know, some white cardstock, obviously. And I had just added a slit into this printed photo here. And I kind of really love how that looks. It's very interactive and fun. And I printed this on, so I have a Canon, I think it's the Canon Crafters printer, but I used this Epson paper, which turned, so anyways, these are how the photos came out on that printer paper. And honestly, it looks really good. It doesn't have the gloss that I'm used to. So like here is the gloss that I am used to from my Canon selfie printer. But it is really vibrant. The photos came out really, really beautifully. So that is story number 10. 11 is about our house. Last year we got the LEDs, permanent LED lights put up so you can change like the colors and, you know, how they move, anything. So fun, really cute for this time of year, for Halloween and, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas and wintry nights. I loved making them like just a warm white on a wintry, snowy night. Anyway, so love our lights. Feel like I talk about them all the time whenever I do stories. And I just used a 3x4 card from October collection from Coco Daisy a couple of years ago, which worked out perfectly, and the alphas that came in the kits this year. Here is a story about my girlfriend and I going to a cafe and having, you know, a coffee and just chatting. And here I actually put the date, so that's cool. I should make sure to do that on all of these photos. Story 13 is about the books I planned on reading, but let's remind myself that I was very pregnant and had other things on my mind, but I did read one. And I had borrowed this one from the library, but I didn't get to finish it, so I had to bring it back before I finished it. I have these two books on my shelf that I will keep for next year, and they will be added to my, you know, October daily next year, I'm sure. But I just really love how this came out. I obviously gave this one 5 stars, but these 3 I left blank, and that's just a stamp that I have in my collection. For story number 14 here is just my husband and my son with a little story about, you know, relaxing and seeing this view a lot. We were just doing a lot of hanging out and just living slower, you know, and being calmer, and a lot of nights like that. 15 is a couple of the memes, or I don't know what to call them really. It's just those really pretty pictures that you see on Instagram or Facebook. So I printed out a few of my favorites and posted them there from this year. I really like that. I think I did that in my October daily last year. Let's see what the difference is. I'm not sure where it is. Oh my gosh, now I'm just like going off on a tangent here. But I just thought it would be fun to see the difference, but I'm not sure. Sorry. I don't know where it is, or if I even did it at all. Anyways, going forward, it will be super cute to see, you know, what's in style, I suppose. Story 16, we're in Canada, so we had our Thanksgiving in October, and I just told a little story about going to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, which was super cute because my kiddos and her children's kiddos are, you know, growing up together. So I absolutely loved us getting together to celebrate. 17 is a story about the Costco pumpkin pie. Okay, it was my first year having Costco pumpkin pie, and I did not know what I was missing out on. I can't believe how good it was, or I was just very pregnant. And it was so yummy, so I snapped a couple pictures of myself, and this is a legit face because I actually poured way too much whipped cream on it, and it was just great timing. So I thought that was a fun little story. Here I did a flip down. At the very beginning, I made this page knowing that we were going to have a baby on the 18th. We were scheduled for a C-section. And in the middle, I just, you know, have plans to tell a story about her birth. But that feels like a lot of pressure. I don't know why. Maybe I should just add more pictures and call it done, because birth stories. They're just so important and special, but yet scary to document for me. But I loved that I added this photo here. It just looks like the pumpkin is like a little baby bump. And yeah, this is Eloise. Her name is Eloise. And this is story number 18. 19, I actually just wrote by hand at the side of the photo and tore this edge here, added some stamping and rub-ons and ghosties about a new bug that I had gotten from our neighbor, which was super nice. My dad celebrated his 82nd birthday. We weren't able to attend, but my sister sent me this sweet photo of him and my brother. I actually, made the pumpkin bread. I made the pumpkin bread and it was not the best. It was okay. Not my favorite. Maybe it's just pumpkin flavored stuff I don't like. That might be what it is. But I did it because it was on my list and I'm proud of it. And I took a really cute picture, did a little journaling, used a card from Cocoa Daisy, but it's like an older collection. Or maybe it was, I don't know. It was a different collection that I could cut this out, which I thought was super cute. And then we went for just a walk through our neighborhood here, or bike ride, my son, and that was story 22. 23 is about my cheerleaders going and cheering in their Halloween costumes. So here all the girls were cute little chickens, and then here they were all just what they were going to wear for Halloween, and there was a lot of blow-ups, which was hilarious because you can't do cheer in blow-up costumes. I had written out cheer and then witch here was from one of the vellum or the stickers. So it was a whole like saying, but I just cut out witch. And I thought that was pretty clever. And I made a little tag here. So it was just kind of the whole page. This was a fun one to create. I think I saw Dearly D create a layout like this where it was just like cut pieces of paper into a pocket. I loved that. I used one of the acetate words here, just stapled it on. And then I printed and cut all of these little pieces individually. To be honest, we did not watch all of these movies, and this is one of the tags as well. I have been obsessed with Outlander for months now. It was just like my pregnancy show. We are watching Dancing with the Stars, but other than Hotel Transylvania, I didn't watch any of these spooky movies, but there was intention for sure. Okay, let's see what's next. This is story number 25. So I just used one of the cards here to write about the kiddos making fun cut. They used like Halloween cutters for the waffles and then added peanut butter and Nutella and sprinkles and had their own little fun Halloween morning treat. So I cut up the trick or treat acetate word there. And that was it. It was just super cute. And like, you don't need a lot of words. It's just a fun story. Behind here, I have some journaling. I just won't share it. And this page is so cute. So this is a picture of my daughter at her friend's birthday party and my other daughter with her friend at a farm. And so I said boo BFFs and birthday boo and wrote about their days behind one of the cards here. So I thought that was so fun. Okay, this story here is actually, I made all these little flip ups and it's not as exciting underneath as I wanted it to be. I don't know, it kind of got a little bit blah here. Maybe I need to like erase this and make the font bigger, like write it really big or something. But sweet treats, our favorite sweet treats of the year, is supposed to go under these. I just have my 3-year-old son to answer what his is. All of them, he would say. Here is our little pumpkin. So I took these little pumpkin alphas from Paige Evans, and everything else here is Cocoa Daisy, of course. So beautiful little pumpkin, and this is from the notepad, Potion of the Day. So cute. And so I put her in a little pumpkin outfit for Halloween. Here it feels like I have to take a Snapchat selfie. I took a few, but yeah, it's like part of October Daily. You can't put it October Daily together without a Snapchat. I don't even have Snapchat. I downloaded it just in October for this purpose. So I added some ephemera around it, and that's that. This story is, there's a tag back here. It has both kiddos who are in school and their classes in their costumes. So that's just a little pocket with tags. And I cut the page down and added the acetate Happy Halloween here to then do the final page with pictures from our night on the 31st. And there they all are, trick-or-treating in their costumes. And it's just super fun to see all these photos come together. It's a labor of love creating these monthly documentations. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't even know what day it is, like the 20th of November. And it's been done since last week, but every year I'm like, I don't know if I should do it again next year. But they come out so beautifully, and I love looking at the progression, and I love having these big, thick, chunky memories of our October. So we'll see. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I will see you again in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.